Hello, 16th of November 2020, Monday morning, 06:00, so 6 a.m. Ready to go. Actually it shows on the car 6:03, on the phone 6:01 a.m. now 6:04. Time keeps ticking, moving. 12 degrees Celsius, I can translate that. 500 kilometer in the tank fuel. And okay, lights are on. 3/4 of tank fuel tank. Okay, we've chosen the English language, I see. Perhaps I'll give this a name, the gift meditation or the gift podcast. Podcast Matan. I don't know podcast. I'm tempted, really tempted to, based on other recordings I've had, to give you a little bit overview. We also say in Hebrew, srika, scanning, of the human design interpretation of the day. So taking this time, the date, and looking at what is the forecast, giving it another detailed name. Like 6:06 is sort of a description, that we've created the time, 13 degrees, Another measurement, 500 kilometers for the fuel tank. We decided, right, not tank fuel, but we can decide or be decided otherwise. And many other measurements. Seems something is telling us we're driving about 60 kilometers per hour. There's about 126,872. Something tells me, I was taught, this is how many kilometers this car drove. Many other measurements like that. You are measuring, I am measuring. we were talking about, do you remember? Recently, I've been recording 2 I don't know meditation spoken word podcast car driving thingies. You have a name for it? Now it shows 520 kilometers left in the tank fuel. We've got 20 more. It seems that something tells me that the angle of the car, we're going downhill, changes the measurement. Do you see how when you go downhill something changes your measurement? Or uphill? Or straight hill, no hill. Yeah, why not down valley and uphill? So you or one of you spoke about receiving a recorded meditation that was based on hearing I don't know meditation. Now you might be listening to this, and I am speaking to you. That's the beauty of the English language. Now we also spoke about promotions, and you suggested something to me, a website, and you also suggested a way to design and a way to move, you and you and you. Yeah, are you still here? So I call this a recorded meditation. Okay, I heard the name. I heard it one time, a meditation, or I heard one time, oh, this is website, or a car passing by us, 2 cars on a straight line. Law says forbidden to pass, so I slow down. We're measuring so many things, you see? You hear, you smell, you feel it. Are you aware of it? And maybe people are in a hurry. The speedometer shows 70 kilometers per hour and they're willing to take their chance. Even now it's separated line. Yeah, where you're allowed to pass. Yeah, we're gonna take right. Why? I don't know. Are you ready? So we talked about many things during the periods. Somehow I find to call this maybe a gift. Matan. Ma'atatan. What are you, a jackal? And I'm enjoying, as it seems, yeah, or at least calling it I am enjoying, in walking through the realm of language, the nonsical realm of language, expressing it, I called it the art of distraction. I called it, I don't know, meditation. It is already on site, you see. You are already on site. You are already on board. There might be a website, there might be a payment. We termed very nicely call it open child versus closed adult in the payment framework, where from the children I've observed or I've been observing, we can choose the tense or present progressive. And as I've been talking, I call it that I help people get lost in the jungle of consciousness, where there's a seemingly focused intention on going somewhere and getting somewhere and receiving something or a thing or reaching to a place with an aim or a goal. So there are many, many words out there and concepts and that frame our thinking and our approach to life. Mine is also a very framed one. If you've been listening to me for a while, you'd hear that. If you see that there is kind of a repetitive pattern within this, jumping from a theme to a theme to a theme to a theme. So you're already on site. You were born. Now this, I don't know, podcast. Now it's 480 kilometers measurement on the tank fuel. 6:17 a.m. Do you notice within your perhaps conscious framework, you might call it mind, how you measure? Again, in a rhetorical question, meaning not necessarily even the answer. You may react to this sound, how you measure. You may like my tone of voice, you may dislike my tone of voice. You may appreciate what movement it creates in your brain. You might say, no, it's not actually in my brain, it's in my left pinky. You see? I don't know, podcast. Now you're on site, you're on board, you're actually on air or whatever you want to call, maybe ether, earth. And I'm just moving one sound to another for the art of distraction and destruction of myself and my cell. It goes a long, I don't know if a long way, but for this way, okay, sunrise first, okay, we're driving 60 kilometers an hour, the sun is half rising above the Golan Mountains. The neurons might fire, you might say, oh, Golan, yeah, this name, where is it? Oh, I know, and it's above the Sea of Galilee, which also named Kinet. Okay, one sound to another, one thought to another, one sensation to another. Yeah. Now we're turning right, we cannot see the sunrise. Okay, we trust it there, it's a nice morning, we can step outside of the car. wherever you are in your car room. It seems I've been brought up to engage. Yes, someone's in a hurry, his car 706-33001 perhaps. Next time we'll do the license plate meditation. So we might stop in order to watch the sunrise, because yes, this is beautiful, the beautiful red orangey sunny winter morning, but we're still driving. So many measurements like that perhaps are on the scale of good or bad. I want or I don't want them. Now it seems something is guiding my movement, yeah? My physical, my mental, emotional, we've given it many names, yeah? Meaning that we've given it we've produced many sounds along the way. That seems, we call it here, we have refined. Look at this human being that allows being allowed to produce the sounds this way, and how sophisticated, because through this production of sounds and concepts and so on and so forth, we've been able to, okay, turn right, okay, create this road, create this, okay, these are the atoms, okay, these are, oh, this is a green sign. We've told ourselves, as framing us in the human box, yeah, many humans, wow, look what we've achieved. Again, fluctuation of a thought. We've achieved good, bad, high, low. Now, I've been raised to, or so-called educated to be engaged. Okay, the driving license plate 706-3301, Kaya Niro perhaps. He passed this on a straight line, you call it, where the law says forbidden. He's in a hurry. And now we're in the same spot. I'm just a couple of, maybe 3 meters behind on the red stoplight. So I allow my thought to move wherever it moves, and I've been raised to more frame it, know what it does, where it goes, yeah, which also allows, perhaps, not sure, okay, to create this fine art of language. So I wanted to tell you that I'm bringing this thing to the table so I can earn that. Often was very much connected. I've got this skill so I can earn that money and support this family or this workplace. And yes, in my mind it goes to the description of human design, of cross of planning, but again, there are many things to perhaps discuss about in this movement. And whenever it seems I am measuring a problem, as I was told, yeah, by you. You said something like, I give you, or I provide insignificant solution to non-existent problems, non-existing. Yeah, the sun is now, the movement continues, so the sun seems to be fully rising, not hiding behind the mountains. So it seems to me and I've been talking with you about it, that the more you're distracted, yeah, or the more you're well distracted, mentally, yeah, it seems like there is some, I called it the meditative cell, like a cancer cell that is waiting to express itself. It fluctuates and vibrates like that. So it seems to me that we are here to be well distracted and distracted from time of birth until time of death. Yeah. If you believe you will actually die, since I don't have a memory personally from, in my what I say, yes, I remember drinking tea today, or yes, or I remember my mother is living in Ramat Gan, and I remember many things, yeah. No memory in accessible memory comes to me from my time of birth, or in this time of death, that I saw my father and someone said, okay, he's now dead, yeah, dad is dead. Or as it says, whose motorcycle is it? It's not a motorcycle, it's a chopper. Whose honey is it? Whose chopper is it? It's Zed. Who's Zed? Zed's dead. If you've now your neurons firing, okay, Pulp Fiction, Bruce Willis. And what's the point of all this I don't know podcast? You might ask. Same as you seemingly experienced. Oh, I want to ask you, how do you earn money actually? And you do. You have questions in your head. We all have them. Now, what I've come to realize is that it really doesn't matter what happens to me in my life. You might call it I don't care meditation, or it doesn't matter what happened in my life meditation, or whatever way you'll frame it mentally. You'll put it physically, you'll say, oh, this is okay now. Are we dancing now? Are you able to see that we're dancing? Are you okay with naming it that we're dancing? Yeah, I'm sitting in a car. What's the difference between in a rhetorical questions? Because I'm not actually a question asker, neither an answer giver. So what's the difference between the person now passing us in the Toyota, that I'm not in the mirror reading that it's a Toyota 9191 575, white, model not sure. I'm dancing, and is she dancing? Okay, so you see, we've already gone through 27 minutes, I don't know, podcast. Yeah. We're ready to put this podcast, this recorded meditation on the website as it is. Maybe blank page, boom, podcast. Sorry, recorded meditation. Sorry, podcast. Sorry, recorded meditation. Sorry, podcast. Now, does it matter to you what is happening in your life? It seems, for example, I woke up, there is movement, suddenly I'm in the car, and okay, maybe I'm making my way from Chadnes to Ramat Gan, from north to center of Israel. I don't really know. To really experience that there is I call it a gambling thought that says, oh yes, the movement, I can predict that the movement seems to go there and it seems to have come from here, or yeah. And yes, my thought doesn't stay in a place where, okay, I'm just driving now the car, all this now. And in this perhaps already half an hour, what are we actually talking about? Does it matter? I've experienced when I started moving, dancing, so-called contact improvisation, and saying, now I am dancing, and now I am, yeah, and the following words. I am, yeah. Now I'm going somewhere. The movement will take me. And yes, I've heard from, it seems different, we call it system, methods, practices, whatever. Yoga, Vipassana, human design. Now I call it, okay, I don't know meditation, so it's my own path that I'm treading, my own creation of sound, of, yeah. And it seems like there is this fluctuation between, yes, I'm actually creating all of this. You decide how you age. I decide how I age. Age decide how you age. Yes. Now you might enjoy. And when I say, I don't know, I use this word meaning, okay, you're ready to digest more of this nonsensical wave patterns. There's a lot of structured ones, there's a lot of logical ones out there. There's a lot of story-like nonsensical stuff, but I don't know, when I met children, especially babies, especially before their mouth teeth were sharpened to create sounds and call that English, Hebrew, Dutch, Hindi, Arabic. Yeah, so we can be more refined on the object we communicate about. Oh yes, he says, Mom, my baby boy is in the army. Yes, and the faster the better. So whatever I'm bringing, I don't know. You're serious of pulling out something of it, something focused, something also nonsensical. Do you actually see? as it is said in the Yoga Sutras, or in human design as well. Do you see the fluctuations between doing and being, so-called, yeah? Or seeing. I don't want to take it, I say perceiving more than seeing. Are you still online? Listening. Yeah, it seems to me that you are in my mind, my thought, and I'm speaking to you, but also to you and you and you and you and you. And it's nice in the English language when I found it that I made these recordings a couple of years ago, and okay, keep it to the I and you and we, and not now naming you so you know. And you might say, yes, he's speaking to me, he. Now some people say, hey, how are you, miss, madam? To some people the voice is feminine. Fantastic, I actually don't correct them. My mind screams, but you're a man, you're a man, you're a male. Okay, so are you still listening to your, okay, mind, body, screaming mind, the movement, anything, whatever you're aware of? Are you still afraid of what's happening? Are you able to see what's coming out of these fears? How they serve you, how they destroy you, how they distract you, how they support you. I used to believe or think it matters. Yeah. And yes, there was a fine refinement through human design in, okay, yes, I am, and the mind could hold on to dear life this time to, I am a generator, a manifesting generator, and I respond from the stomach, and yes, I will not initiate this. And all this facade that we are in control of anything in our lives anyway. And I've this thing in me, the mind, me, consciousness, whatever. Came to realize, see that, and then to speak that. Wow, the foolishment is nicer, of I'm in control. I'm actually, yes, I'm doing this. And it was related to the challenge or the times of what seems to be the negative aspects of the mind, of not pleased, unhappy. Okay, what is happening is really not pleasing the mind. And how can I impact? And the pleasing ones, the pleasing moments, the happy ones, how can I keep them? Or in Vipassana language that I heard, attachment to the pleasant sensation and aversion from the unpleasant ones, and maybe Goenka voice echoing in your mind, and maybe Rauru'u, or maybe I do not know. Now yes, part of me, wow, this Johnny Mitchell song, from time to time, I could drink a case of you. Wow, the sunrise and the winter foggy. And where should I actually focus? And if you don't focus, how do you actually get something? And many focused movement, or much focused movement on these relations between focused skills and the job you do or the family you have. And of course, there are many people, and you see, one sound replaces another, one word replaces another, and something inside of me screams, but hey, make Make sense out of it. Don't jump like that from one concept to another, one sound to another. Who would listen to you? Why are you doing that? Make it more structured, perhaps. Put on your website this or that. Put on your business card. When people meet you, don't tell them you don't know what you do. Tell them you're a therapist. Tell them you're an artist. Tell them you want to make them a millionaire. Tell them something. Grasp something. Attach yourself to something and them to something. Many concepts, and you have them as well in your own fantastical world, in your own anxious mind, and you know that. Now, wherever you see yourself perhaps motivated, you might say, I'm doing that, yeah, like you're doing that, or you might say, yeah, passive or active doesn't matter. You decide, your stomach decides, the universe decides for you, God is, whatever you'll language that. Nice verb, to language things. This is all, well, I want to say material for the spine, but this name is caught by Steve Paxton perhaps, so I would say perhaps just material for the website. I don't know, podcast. Now, whatever you do when you design so-called my website, our website, you want to give it your name, my name, it doesn't matter for me. And it does, because I speak, I am motivated. I'm just hiding behind this, yeah, I don't know. And I've been told, and I know myself that I know many things that I know. But it doesn't matter. Okay, distraction of one sound to another, the death of a thought, of a cell, of whatever your consciousness is focused on in this movement, illusion of movement, reality of movement. I want to tell you, come on, let's practice Vipassana, let's do human design, I'll take your time and date of birth, let's practice, I don't know, meditation, and yes, it will change your consciousness and impact if you go about answering all the open questions like I did for a couple of years. Where are you going? What's your name? What do you do? Where are you coming from? How did you sleep? All of that, I don't know. And of course, I have my memory. I remember sleeping in this bed of mine there, and I am going this, that, and there. But I don't really know. Maybe I won't sleep there. Maybe the memory was anyway tripping me, as it does in so-called Alzheimer's disease or dementia, and maybe they are the lucky ones, and we are caught in the framework, the sticky, fixed framework of, yes, my memory is so caught up in, oh yeah, I slept in that bed last night, or we might talk about yesterday's kiss, tomorrow's embrace now, and many things. Doesn't really matter. Something is happening, and the next moment it will matter. Because it seems that there is an inclination that I speak with some kind of a motivation that even it matters so much that it doesn't matter, you see? Okay, now putting this on website. Okay, reaching populistic stuff, people or not. And I watch myself fluctuate between, yeah, I don't care, so I don't care, meaning there is a website, for example, or a business card, or me, even without the technology, so-called, the virtual technology, technology we are. I am the website, the shop, the business card, all of that. Now presented to the truck in front, and it presents itself to me. But we're a bit caught up for this reason or the other in the virtual, what we call the virtual world, the websites and the www, the .net world, the tika-taka-taka-taka. And yes, it is a framework. Like these days, okay, I'm driving in a car, driving along in my automobile, my baby beside me on the wheel, and we're driving on an asphalt road, and it's not horse carriages on gravel or whatever. So there was a change, and also in the platform where we communicate now, mostly. Where I would say the control of the mind to mostly bring it on the acoustical visual level, where in the virtual world and I'm connecting it to the human design language that I've been given, but taught, but it can also go to any other language, doesn't matter. Your language, my language, English, yoga, Boga, the place where when we named the senses, so as it seems to me, the dominant senses are the visual one and the acoustical one. So the acoustic sense and the ears is the object of filtering the sound, and although the nose is filtering sound as well, and the eyes as well, and vice versa. Think about it. The nose is able to listen, and the ears are able to taste and see, of course. So this place of now old title, I don't know, meditation, I do not know, dedicated to my father, our father, your father, Ido Ginton. Playing with words, sounds. So in this virtual world where now, okay, I'm recording even this, not even putting my face on that, and we sit many hours behind the computer, and the smell and the taste and the touch, the physical aspect are absent, and the implications on that, good, bad, doesn't matter. You'll name it one time bad, one time good, one time bad, one time good, one time bad, one time good, one time bad, 2 times good, 3 times bad, 4 times good. Good time, bad times. You know, I've had my share. So many things and concepts, really, they fluctuate, they vibrate in my mind, in yours as well. Now, your experience of that might be more focused, more aimed. You can put it more in boxes, or describe better than I am what I do, or describe better what you do. And often we call it, describe it better, meaning, okay, it's very logical. That people will understand me, you, I, themselves. I know people don't know themselves. I know that. They're not aware of their capacity. They're not aware of so many things that I live in the illusion that I know that they don't know themselves. Yeah, creating this funny motivation to progress in a certain layer or level. And it does its trick, because we have this object mind that yearns to improve itself, so-called. Many times when I point out something at you, in you, you kind of have this, oh yeah, I didn't know. He pointed out something that it seems really that he knows what he's speaking about in me. And I started telling that this is a false truth or a true false. And it does its impact on you. And if it doesn't, it still does. Because you tell me often, it doesn't do any impact on me. If it doesn't, you would not even feel it, respond to it, anything. Tricky, philosophical. Nonsense. We're driving now 90 kilometers per hour, 48 minutes recording, and you might ask, why did you contact me? Why did you send me this message or this invitation to speak or to design my website or to... I don't know if I did all of that. It's done, finished. You see? Yeah, for me the idea is enough. Manifestation of that, maybe. I know it manifested itself. I know the world is so busy with manifestation, idolizing it, getting the money, the children, the family that they want it, the mind wants. Being this artist, being this, oh, I've got a good job, or oh, I let go of all my jobs and duties and everything, and I'm free in wild California, in the woods. You cannot escape from whatever is happening to you, you see. You know this. So yes, I do bring sometimes focus tools like the license plate meditation to distract you from the problems you had with your wife. You told me many people are afraid of you, and I was told you're some kind of big shot criminal, but you're afraid of your wife. So we sat in your Mazda 6 car and you spoke about the problems your wife caused you, and I told you, okay, can you read the license plate 924376, and then you continue speaking about your wife, and I tell you again, okay, 92436676. Okay, what are you doing actually? I said, I don't know. Yeah, you can carry on with your story, how you have a cancer. And I said, okay, I have a cancer and I need the disease. And okay, can you read the license plate 92436676? Some would say, can you watch your breath or sensations? And just give me your time and date of birth, and I'll show you the world. No, just how to make decisions based on some trip of a guy, and it's a phenomenal science fiction, and it worked to refine my fine mind and show it that nothing matters actually. And yes, I see how it's very close to being accurate. to fool the mind, human design. And also, I don't know meditation. Oh, it will trip you. Just wait till you reach the phase where people ask you, what's your name? And you go, I don't know. And they don't even listen that you've given your name. I don't know. Because there is a direct connection, perhaps a straight line between interpreting the sound. What do you do? I don't know. This is what I do. Can't you see? Oh, the ignorance of consciousness, of human beings who cannot even listen beyond this sound. And yes, this is a fantastic time that I'm speaking about it, and a short sponsored message of the human design. Yes, this is the end of the week of oh yeah, I'm still talking about human design, looking at these centers and charts and the sun and the earth, and it's in the 6th line and the quarter of mutation, and this is the end of this fantastic month, ending with this pinnacle of the week of structuring. So having the ability to express the knowing in a structured way, but hey, that's none of my goddamn business. And it might be yours to be so goddamn rational, revealing many unknown things. I've got one for you. I don't know meditation. So a 6th line role model day on a stage of gathering, structured awareness towards the future. Man, a fantastic language, by the way. Fantastic layer of a mental language, human design. I might tell you, okay, let's bring that human design pacifier to your mind. Let's bring I don't know meditation. Also another pacifier, very simple, where you'll see it doesn't even matter the choices you take. And yes, I found something that overthrows human design, where the decisions don't matter. Oh, and it kills the mind, and it brings to the surface all the fluctuation of what does matter. But how do I know that my decisions are correct so I can be what? Healthy physically, healthy mentally, healthy emotionally, balanced physically, balanced mentally, balanced emotionally, balanced spiritually. You're fooling yourself through the measurement of your own mind. And you cannot even see it. You cannot even listen. That when you ask me, how do you earn money? And I say, I don't know. And you don't even see where it takes your consciousness. But I see it. I see it in your eyes in the next question you'll ask, or the next expression you'll express. And it's not about even saying that I actually earn money from I don't know, which I do. Funny enough, it's ridiculous to earn all the money I earn, or to have the name of I don't know. And where are you going? I don't know. This is where I'm going. And being so passionate about this is where I'm going. And yes, human design is saying this is your sun, 55 in the 1st line, cooperation of powerful forces, the unknown, the most fickle, emotional gate, and you're fulfilling your path. Thanks, Rahu, for telling me that I am going nowhere. And I'm talking to you. You might have I called perhaps the patience to listen to 1 hour. My God, you're wasting your time. But you've got so many hours wasting your time listening to your own mind, you see? Or you hear, or you feel, or you taste, or you touch, or whatever. So yes, I've broken through this window of human design, Like human design broke me through the window of Vipassana, and yes, it says in the many things. And yes, I hear my voices, my mind saying, okay, let's call it something, And then the next day I'll delete whatever I call that. On the website, when I meet you, Hey, but you've broken your promise. We've talked that we're gonna build this and that on the website, or we're gonna meet in this and that time, but hey, if we decided to meet on this and that time and I've got a headache or I have corona and we cancel that, you're fine with it maybe, yeah? So just look at all the things you're not fine with based on the changes that are happening. And they are, because you're a human being. You're a helpless human being. And like many other methods, systems, whatever, concepts that try to show you how helpless you are. Like I heard this concept from human design, helpless and incompetent, or in Vipassana, just watch how your mind, the monkey mind, and keep watching the breath, and then using a specific tool where I said, okay, but what about the Vipassana now? Why should I watch something other than what is happening? So why should I force my attention to be brought to the breath or to the sensation except being? But I did try that. Why should I bring my attention to this decision, to the fact that my mind is saying, are you initiating the thought? Are you initiating the thought? Are you responding? Did you respond from your stomach? So okay. Change the English, Hebrew language, can, lo, yes, no. And say, universal, yes, no. And trust it and go with the movement. If you go, back off. But I realize that even if I say, and I go forward towards that, it doesn't matter. Because, okay, Olga says, when you're not, and now I'm quoting again something else. But I didn't invent it. English language anyway, or the human body. So I don't need any title for my consciousness, and I do. I call it goddamn I don't know meditation. And it's a worldwide technique for you and you and you. And yes, it's very focused. Go out and try 1 week, a diet, 10 days, 1 month. Answering I don't know to all the open question, you'll see how your mind's freaking you out. How the conversations around you are based on that. From in the morning, yes, how are you? How did you sleep? How do you feel? What are we gonna do today? And it's not about not speaking that, but filtering many of this rubbish out so you can experience inspiring question, or really what's the movement of the question, how are you, and the process of it, and the expression of the answer, and not just how are you, fine, how are you, good, and then maybe going back at it and seeing in the daily life the beauty of just how are you, good, yes, great, morning attention, like saying hello or giving you a hug. Whatever you experience, whatever you see, whatever your story is, not my story. Can you bring that on the website? Do you want to collaborate? Do you want to charge money for it? I don't charge money because I know also I change your life. And I'll turn them upside down, so-called more than San Pedro, or more than a mushroom, or more than a yoga practice, in the illusion of more, how you call it? More or less is more. Now this song goes, how you keep the score. Are you able to track all of this? Are you trying to track your own thoughts and consciousness and movements and desires and wishes, and you're fooling yourself, I promise you. And you can be so goddamn serious with fooling yourself by picking up some technique or something, anything. You'll be so serious about fooling. Yeah. Hey, if you stayed on the line 1 hour, congratulations, you're going nowhere in this tunnel. Should we choose the right green arrow, the middle, the left? Which path? Do you see the movement? I'll bring it to you in any language that, I don't know, may be familiar to you. English, Hebrew, movement. We may be silent about it in the so-called, okay, we're now speaking English. We might move to a language that you speak and I don't, and I speak and you don't. Ik kan Nederlands praten met jou en het bewegen van jouw hoofd, gedachten is heel anders. En jij mij denkt, oh, jij Nederlands is niet zo goed. Of misschien wel goed, wegens jij bent Israëlisch of zo. En je denkt, oh, dit is een beetje gelijk zoals Duits. Aber das ist echt nicht Deutsch. או עברית, והשפה, והשתיקה, והגוף, and the body. And now I'm transmitting it more for the ones, the refined English, trying to understand lost people. And yes, I'm passionate about getting lost in the jungle of consciousness and concepts. And if you'll design a website, probably I'll destroy it the day after. And yes, I meet 1 out of 100, of 1,000, of 1,000,000 of human beings who are really ready to destroy whatever it seems their stable life is, at least for a certain period. Why? I don't know. That's my email, yeah? You want to contact? Why? I don't know you. True, email. why@idon'tknow.eu. What we're gonna do together, I don't know. What you're gonna get out of it, I don't know. You might think that, okay, we've got a contract, you've got a contract with life and you should earn this and that or get that and this. And you see that life laughs at your face, straight on, like your kids do, or your wife does. You might take it seriously, so you might do you'll put yourself in your white body, in your wife body, and you'll speak what she speaks, or she speak what you speak, or you might start to sing it. Yeah? Do you see that we have been dancing all along, singing all along? No, this is not real singing. Singing is I want to break free. Singing is I'm driving along in my automobile, the car beside me on the wheels want to turn left, maybe accident, no, good, we skipped it. Or dancing. Oh, my lungs have been dancing the past hours and past lives and decades and so on. And my stomach and my fingers. No, dancing is make this pattern where someone says, hey, you're a dancer, for money, and any old music will do. Are you still here? Yeah? Ready to get lost in the jungle of consciousness? Are you able to bring your own version of that? Yeah? Yes, I will perhaps talk about certain fears, anxieties, nervousnesses, fears, anxiety, awareness, and we might speak about don't move the movement and you'll get to live yoga. The 3 sutras, Atta Yoga Nushasanam, Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha, Tada Drashtu Svarupa Avashtanam. Now begins the exposition of the sacred art of yoga, of the duality, of the plus, of the yoga. Mind and body, or not. Hatha Yoga Anushasana. And yoga is the cessation of the fluctuation of consciousness or mind or consciousness, or let's agree on that. Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha. Sanskrit a little bit here. Or maybe Tada Drashtu Svarupa Avashtanam. Maybe you say, oh, he's not pronouncing the Sanskrit right. But I am perfectly right with everything I do or everything that's happening or any way I age. Yes, I do speak about the illusion of control of you decide how you age, but I realize it doesn't matter. Even if you're in the illusion that you control of what you do, yeah, active, or even if you say, yes, I'm passive about it and I just watch that. I watch that there is something in me that is deciding how this thing ages. Ages and ages ago, it has decided it, and ages and ages and ages ago. So, yoga is the cessation of the fluctuations of the mind. Tada Drashtu Svarupa Avashtanam. Then the perceiver or the seer, the perceiver, dwells in his own splendor. You see, you experience, you're aware that you see, and then, fourth sutra, we're out of the don't move the movement and you'll get to live yoga. You actually start to live the duality. Tada Drashtu Svarupa Avashtanam, this, or the, yes. The seer dwells in his own splendor. And the fourth one, Vritti Sarupya Mitaratra. Vritti, the fluctuations, Sarupyam, this. What if I remember right? It's the, and I always remember right. Vritti Sarupyam, Sarupyam. Yeah, this Vritti Sarupyam Mitaratra, at times the perceiver identifies with the fluctuating consciousness. What is it, this long translation? It's just Vritti Sarupya Mitaratra. And maybe you'll say Taratra like the iterations in the English language. Oh, connection, nice. So the fluctuations and the iterations. And how you identify with this good and bad, and so on, and Klista Aklista. Oh. Long story, 196 Yoga Sutras, fantastic story of Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, or the fantastic 9-centered 36 channels, 64 gates of human design, or the 12 zodiac signs, or the 64 I Ching hexagrams, or the 8 trigrams, or the Echad Eloheinu. So yes, I see the website. White page. I don't know. And why can't I leave it like that? Why do I have to put some contact details? I don't have to, but I do put. Why do I have to? I don't have to, but I put. So you'll contact me beyond just seeing this artistic website, white over black or black over white. Oh yes, I'm coming home, I'm gonna edit this fantastic website, and you'll click it and it will flip to, I don't know. Yeah, many ideas. Doesn't really matter. Getting lost in the matter. But we had a great talk and a great, podcast in the morning, and we still got our way to go, and it's 1 hour and 11 minutes and 30 seconds, 31, 32. Maybe I'm wrong in the counting. Starts to be warmer outside. You've left without the car at home, without the cell phone. perhaps without your problems anymore. When you see you've got problems, but you see that you just see that you've got problems, so you don't have a problem that you have a problem, you see? Like, you see that you are sick, but the seeing itself, that seeing that it is sick, is not sick, you see? So you're also not sick. And you might just call yourself, or the seeing that is cold. Say, I'm cold, yeah. But the seeing itself is not cold. It just sees that it's, you see. And yes, this also kills cancer, because you're not attached to the thoughts. And it will kill cancer in an efficient, easier way, challenging way than chemotherapy. And you might use chemotherapy or any alternative way. I don't tell you go this way, my way, because you might die if you don't take chemotherapy, but you'll die anyway. So anyway, I don't tell you what to do. Like when you came to the, I don't know, meditation shop in Steenstraat 25 in Arnhem, and you talked about your hernia, and okay, you'll go to a doctor you want, you'll make an operation you want, but here, see how much you talk about your hernia. And I talk about my lungs and my breath, and I don't know many things. And yes, I believe through taking your consciousness in and refracting it, I can destroy the kidneys in your stone or your gallbladder. Whether you believe it or not, it's up to you. Whatever you'll do eventually, whatever you'll say, oh, this solved my kidney problem or my financial issue, or there was no issue to begin with and no place to go. So what actually is left to do in life? I don't know. But what to do? I'm not taking so-called my life, what's been called suicide, but yes, I am, because I'm still alive and many deaths are about to happen. The cells, yeah, that probably would not die anymore, but now they have to keep being replenished and refurbished and restructured and die and reborn. And if the whole framework of the body might die, the cells and would get rest in peace. So yes, I'll keep my art of distraction, or I don't know if it's an art. I know what I want and I want it now. I want you, 'cause I don't know what I want, but something inside of me seems to go somewhere. And I'll talk to you in many, many different languages, and distract and distract and destroy and destruct and distract and contract and extract. And if you've listened so far, it's because you've listened so far. Maybe this was the first I Don't Know podcast, coming to you live from the broadcast tower. Okay. And I might ask, any questions? Any feedback? Or left to say, oh, actually, there's no feedback. You might respond, you might recall, you might call, you might record. And why the hell are you sending me this 1.5 hours, 1 hour, 15 minutes? Why are you wasting my time? You might have the answer. I Don't Know podcast, dedicated to this gift podcast, Matan podcast. See you around.